Have you ever felt so lost that no matter how hard you tried, nothing seemed to work? Those moments when the silence feels heavier, the struggles sharper, and the path ahead more unclear? What if I told you that Allah might already be giving you a sign, guiding you and showing you the way forward, but you just haven't noticed it yet? Life often takes us through valleys of despair before leading us to peaks of understanding. During those times, we may cry out, asking, "Why me? Why now?" But sometimes, the most profound answers come not through direct words, but through subtle signs, a coincidence, a timely reminder, or a moment of clarity that feels almost divine. In today's story, we'll explore the journey of being lost and the life-changing realization that can come when we open our hearts to Allah's signs. Together, we'll uncover how these divine messages often hold the key to finding peace, purpose, and unwavering faith. So, let's begin this heartfelt journey of discovery, reflection, and connection with our Creator. Have you ever found yourself questioning everything? Life can sometimes feel like a maze with no clear direction or purpose. Maybe you've been praying, working hard, and doing your best, but the challenges only seem to multiply. You wonder, am I doing something wrong? Has Allah forgotten me? These thoughts are more common than you might think, and they can weigh heavily on the heart. We all face moments where the world feels overwhelming. Perhaps you've struggled with unanswered prayers, wondering why your du'as seem to go unheard. Maybe you've been surrounded by people, but still feel a profound sense of loneliness. Or you've faced a hardship so intense that it made you doubt whether relief would ever come. What makes these feelings even more challenging is the fear of sharing them. You might think, what if others don't understand? What if they judge me for doubting? But here's the truth. Even the strongest believers have moments of confusion and despair. Even the prophets, the best of humanity, called out to Allah in their darkest hours, seeking guidance and reassurance. You're not alone in this struggle. In fact, it's often in these moments of being lost that Allah's guidance becomes most apparent. It's not a sign of weakness to feel this way. It's a sign of being human. And it's during these times that Allah, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, draws us closer to Him, often in ways we least expect. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Could it be that your struggles are not a punishment, but a preparation? Could it be that Allah is guiding you through a process of growth, teaching you lessons that will only make sense when you look back? Together, we'll explore how these moments of uncertainty can lead to clarity, connection, and ultimately, a deeper relationship with Allah. Stay with me as we uncover the profound signs He places in our lives, waiting for us to notice them. Sometimes, life feels like standing in the middle of a dense fog. You can't see what's ahead, and every step feels uncertain. This is how I felt not too long ago. Everything seemed out of place. The direction I thought I was heading toward suddenly disappeared, and I was left questioning my purpose. One evening, I found myself sitting by the window, staring into the darkness outside. The chaos in my heart mirrored the stillness of the night. Suddenly, a flicker of light caught my eye, a single star shining brightly amidst the dark sky. For a moment, it felt like that star was speaking to me, reminding me of the vastness of Allah's creation and His power to guide even in the darkest moments. This tiny star seemed insignificant, yet it had the strength to pierce through the overwhelming night. This reminded me of the story of Prophet Yusuf, a.s. When he was cast into the well by his own brothers, it must have felt like his world had collapsed. Alone, abandoned, and surrounded by darkness, he could have easily despaired. But even in the depths of that well, Allah's plan was unfolding. The very place of isolation became the beginning of his journey toward greatness. Yusuf, a.s., didn't know it at the time, but Allah was setting the stage for something extraordinary. Our lives, too, often mirror this journey. Sometimes, Allah places us in a well of our own. It might look like losing a job, experiencing heartbreak, or feeling distant from loved ones. The isolation feels unbearable, and the darkness seems endless. But just as Yusuf, A.S., was lifted out of the well at the right moment, so too does Allah lift us when the time is right. The key is to trust that He sees what we cannot. Another analogy that resonates deeply is that of a sculptor and a block of marble. The marble, at first glance, is rough and unremarkable. But in the hands of a skilled artist, every strike of the chisel serves a purpose. Each chip brings the sculpture closer to its masterpiece. Similarly, the challenges we face are like those chisels. They might feel harsh and painful, but they are shaping us into something beautiful. Reflecting on my own life, I realized that the struggles I once resented were the very signs Allah was sending me. The rejection letters I received for job applications pushed me toward an opportunity I hadn't even considered. The friendships I lost created space for deeper, more meaningful connections. And the nights I spent crying in frustration became moments of heartfelt dua, drawing me closer to Allah. One of the most profound lessons I've learned is that Allah's signs often appear in the ordinary. The reassuring words of a stranger, a verse from the Quran that resonates deeply, or even a sudden, unexplainable feeling of peace. These are not coincidences. They are gentle reminders from Allah, guiding us back to Him. The Quran beautifully captures this in Surah Al-Baqarah 2:286. Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. This verse reassures us that even when life feels overwhelming, Allah knows our strength better than we do. He places signs and support in our path, often when we least expect them. So, the next time you feel lost, remember the star piercing through the night, Yusuf, A.S., rising from the well, and the sculptor chiseling away at marble. These stories and metaphors remind us that Allah's guidance is always there. It's not about avoiding challenges, but understanding that every struggle is a step towards something greater. Stay open to the signs, for they often appear in ways we least expect but most need. Feeling lost is a natural part of life, and often it's Allah's way of guiding us toward clarity and purpose. But how can we actively respond to these moments of confusion and find the signs Allah places for us? Here are actionable steps to help you navigate such times and recognize His guidance in your life. 1. Pause and reflect on your current state. Why? When you feel lost, it's essential to pause and reflect on where you are emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Often, the signs from Allah are already present, but our busy minds can obscure them. How to do it? Take 10 minutes each day to sit in silence. Reflect on the events of your day, your feelings, and any recurring thoughts. Write down what's troubling you. Journaling can help uncover patterns or highlight moments where Allah may have guided you without you realizing it. Contemplate the Quranic verse, "And He found you lost and guided you." Surah Ad-Duha 93:7. This serves as a reminder that Allah's guidance is constant. Second, turn to the Quran for answers. Why? The Quran is a divine guide, offering clarity and wisdom for every stage of life. Sometimes, the answers we seek are hidden in its verses. How to do it? Open the Quran and recite with the intention of seeking guidance. Pay close attention to the verses that resonate deeply with your current struggles. Focus on Surah Al-Baqarah 2:2. This is the book about which there is no doubt, a guidance for those conscious of Allah. Use a tafsir interpretation to understand verses in depth. Reflect on how they apply to your life and current challenges. 3. Make dua with complete sincerity. Why? Dua is a direct line of communication with Allah. When you feel lost, pour your heart out to Him and ask for clarity and guidance. How to do it? Set aside time after each salah for heartfelt dua. Use specific words to describe your confusion and ask Allah for help. Incorporate duas from the Sunnah, such as, "O Allah, I seek your guidance in making a choice by virtue of your knowledge, and I seek ability by virtue of your power." Dua for istikhara. Believe in Allah's timing. Trust that His response may not come immediately, but will come at the best time. 4. Seek counsel from trusted sources. Why? Sometimes, Allah's guidance comes through the people around us, trusted friends, family members, or scholars. How to do it? Share your thoughts with someone who understands your faith and values. They may offer perspectives you hadn't considered. Attend Islamic lectures or halakas. Often, the discussions can provide insights that align with your situation. Be open to advice, but ensure it aligns with Islamic principles. 5. Observe nature for subtle signs. Why? Allah's creation is full of signs that remind us of His power, mercy, and guidance. How to do it? Spend time outdoors. Notice the intricate details of a leaf, the vastness of the sky, or the rhythm of the waves. Each element reflects Allah's wisdom and can inspire gratitude and trust in His plan. Reflect on the verse. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of the night and the day are signs for those of understanding. Surah Al-Imran 3:190. Let these reflections renew your faith in Allah's ability to guide you through any challenge. 6. Engage in small, consistent acts of worship. Why? Consistency strengthens your connection with Allah and helps you recognize His signs more clearly. How to do it? Start with simple acts, like praying on time or reciting morning and evening adhkar. Commit to one new sunnah habit each week, such as tahajjud prayer or fasting on Mondays and Thursdays. Remember the hadith. The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small. Bukhari. 7. Let go of the need for immediate answers. Why? Patience is key when waiting for Allah's guidance. His timing is always perfect, even if it feels delayed to us. How to do it? Remind yourself of Surah Ash-Shar 94, 5-6. For indeed, with hardship will be ease. Indeed, with hardship will be ease. Use affirmations to maintain trust in Allah, such as, Allah knows what is best for me, and I trust His plan. Avoid over-analyzing situations. Instead, focus on improving your connection with Allah while waiting for clarity. 8. Develop gratitude for every step of the journey. Why? Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see Allah's blessings even in difficult times. How to do it? Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Acknowledge the lessons you've learned through struggles. These experiences are often Allah's way of preparing you for greater things. Reflect on Surah Ibrahim 14:7. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor. Final reflection. Taking these actionable steps is about building trust and reliance on Allah. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to understanding His plan and recognizing His signs. Remember, being lost is not a permanent state. It's often the beginning of a journey toward clarity and purpose. Trust Allah, take one step at a time, and remain open to the signs He places in your path. Feeling lost can weigh heavily on the heart, creating doubts, fears, and a sense of hopelessness. However, these emotional struggles are often opportunities for growth and a deeper connection with Allah. Let's explore how to navigate these challenges with faith and resilience. 1. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment. Why? Suppressing emotions can lead to inner turmoil, but acknowledging them allows healing to begin. What to do? Take a moment to sit with your feelings. It's okay to feel uncertain or overwhelmed. Avoid self-criticism. Instead, remind yourself that even the prophets faced moments of hardship and doubt. Consider the story of Prophet Yunus, AS, when he called out to Allah from the darkness. There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:87. Write down your emotions. Naming them can help you better understand and address them. 2. Understand that hardships are a test of faith. Why? Trials are not punishments, but opportunities to draw closer to Allah and strengthen your reliance on Him. Reflect on this. Allah says in the Quran, "Do the people think that they will be left to say, 'We believe,' and they will not be tried?" Surah Al-Ankabut 29:2. This verse reminds us that trials are a natural part of faith. Recognize that challenges often come just before Allah's greatest blessings. Think of how night is darkest just before dawn. 3. Find solace in dua. Why? Dua is a powerful way to express your struggles and seek comfort from Allah. How to make dua more effective? Speak to Allah as if He is your closest friend. Pour out your heart, your fears, and your desires. Use the dua of Prophet Job, AS, during his trials. Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:83. Make dua with complete conviction that Allah will respond, even if the timing or manner isn't immediately clear. 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Why? Difficulties often force us to reevaluate our lives, priorities, and relationship with Allah. What to reflect on? Ask yourself, what is Allah trying to teach me through this situation? Remember that some of the best lessons come from hardship. Just as gold is purified by fire, your soul grows stronger through trials. Reflect on the Quranic promise. Indeed, with hardship will be ease. Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. Trust that every challenge is accompanied by ease, even if it's not immediately visible. 5. Surround yourself with support. Why? Emotional struggles can feel isolating, but seeking support reminds you that you are not alone. How to find support? Turn to trusted friends or family members who can listen without judgment and offer encouragement. Seek out Islamic classes or support groups where you can connect with others who share similar struggles. Remember the Hadith. The believer is a mirror to the believer. Abu Dawud. Sometimes others can reflect your strengths and help you see Allah's signs more clearly. 6. Anchor yourself in gratitude. Why? Gratitude shifts your perspective and allows you to see Allah's mercy even in tough times. What to do? Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Reflect on past challenges that Allah has helped you overcome. This can strengthen your trust in His plan for the current situation. Remind yourself of Allah's words, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor." Surah Ibrahim 14:7. Final reflection. Emotional challenges are not the end of the road. They're a sign that you're on a journey of growth and transformation. By turning to Allah, seeking support, and reframing hardships, you can find strength and clarity. Remember, Allah's signs are always there, even in the darkest moments. Trust in His wisdom and mercy, knowing that He will guide you to ease and purpose. Consistency is the foundation of spiritual growth. Once you've recognized a sign from Allah, It's crucial to act upon it with small, intentional steps that build long-term momentum. Here's how you can establish a sustainable routine that strengthens your connection with Allah and transforms your life. 1. Start small but stay consistent. Why? Small, consistent actions are more impactful than large, sporadic efforts. What to do? Begin with simple habits, such as reciting one verse of the Quran daily or offering 2 extra rakats of prayer at night. Reflect on the hadith. The most beloved of deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are few. Sahih Bukhari. Set realistic goals to prevent burnout. For instance, commit to one small act of kindness each day as a form of gratitude for Allah's blessings. 2. Create a routine that aligns with your goals. Why? A routine provides structure and helps you prioritize your spiritual goals. How to build it? Choose specific times for acts of worship, such as reading Quran after Fajr or making dua before bed. Incorporate dhikr, remembrance of Allah, into your daily activities, such as walking or commuting. Simple phrases like Subhanallah and Alhamdulillah can bring barakah, blessing, to your time. Use tools like alarms or apps to remind yourself of your intentions. 3. Reflect on progress to stay motivated. Why? Celebrating progress, no matter how small, reinforces positive habits and keeps you motivated. What to reflect on? At the end of each day or week, reflect on the actions you took to grow closer to Allah. What went well? What can be improved? Keep a journal of the blessings or changes you've noticed since acting upon Allah's sign. This will remind you of His presence and support. Consider the Quranic verse. So remember me, I will remember you. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:152. Recognizing Allah's response to your efforts can be deeply motivating. 4. Surround yourself with supportive influences. Why? Being around like-minded people encourages accountability and growth. How to build your community? Join a study circle or Islamic class where you can learn and grow with others. Share your goals with a trusted friend who can encourage and remind you to stay consistent. Seek inspiration from the stories of the prophets, Sahaba, and contemporary role models. 5. Trust the process and stay patient. Why? Building momentum takes time, but the rewards are worth the effort. What to remember? Progress may feel slow, but every step you take toward Allah is significant. Allah says, "Indeed, Allah does not allow to be lost the reward of those who do good." Surah Yusuf 12:90. If you stumble, remember that setbacks are part of the journey. Reaffirm your intentions and begin again with sincerity. Final reflection. Momentum isn't built in a day. It's cultivated through small, consistent actions that grow over time. Trust that Allah sees every effort you make, no matter how minor it seems. By creating a sustainable routine, celebrating your progress, and leaning on supportive influences, you can maintain the spiritual growth sparked by Allah's sign and transform it into a lifelong journey of connection and purpose. As we journey through life, moments of uncertainty and despair can weigh heavily on our hearts. But within these trials lies an invitation, an opportunity to reconnect with Allah and rediscover the purpose He has set for us. The sign you've noticed is not a coincidence. It's a divine reminder that Allah is near, guiding you back to His mercy, a beacon of hope. Allah's signs are gentle nudges, urging us to pause, reflect, and realign our hearts with Him. Just as the Quran reassures, "Indeed, with hardship comes ease." Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. Know that every challenge carries a hidden blessing. You are not alone. Allah is always listening, waiting for you to take the next step in your spiritual growth. A call to action. Let today be the day you take that step. Start by making a sincere dua. asking Allah to illuminate your path and strengthen your resolve. Reflect on the sign you've received and commit to incorporating one small, consistent action into your routine, be it prayer, dhikr, or an act of kindness. Remember, Allah values intention and effort, no matter how small. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. Surah Az-Zalzala 99:7. Your journey awaits. You have the power to transform this moment into the beginning of something extraordinary. Trust in Allah's plan, for His wisdom encompasses what we cannot yet understand. As you move forward, let this sign remind you of His presence and the endless mercy He extends to those who turn toward Him. In the words of a beautiful Islamic principle, take one step toward Allah, and He will take 10 toward you. Start today. Reignite your faith, embrace the sign He has shown you, and allow it to lead you toward a life filled with purpose, tranquility, and the boundless blessings of Allah. Reflect and share. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to share it with someone who might need the same inspiration. Together, let us remind one another of Allah's signs and support each other on the journey to becoming our best selves. Your breakthrough begins here.